do a few more things. We'll wait a little bit more. We'll give everybody another minute or two to join. I know there's always some stragglers that come through. But yeah, let me know if you've got any information on the niche that you're in, the campaign that you're trying to run, or anything that particularly you're looking to get out of this webinar, so that we can make sure that we tailor this to you and give you, all the information that you need. J, like the letter J. Okay, so it's just literally J Lee. That's a lot easier than I thought. Jacqueline, thanks for joining. Great to have you here. All right, awesome. So I think we're going to get started. We've got a few people in here now, and I want to make sure that we get the full 45 minutes out of this, and we have time for Q&A at the end. So let's go through this. I need to come back down to this. All right, next slide. Okay. So what we're going to be covering today is, obviously a little bit more about what VYPER is, what it can do for you guys, some growth marketing explained, and how companies actually scale. So I've done this for a lot of companies in the past. My background is in paid ads and acquisition, and I've helped companies scale to hundreds of thousands of dollars in media spend and revenue from that media spend. So we'll go through some of the tactics and some of the ways that I did that. And so you can get some learnings from that. I'm going to show you the triangle of growth, the things that you need to be looking at and optimizing continually to continually grow your business. I'll also explain what the importance of the top and the bottom of the funnel is, and how that impacts your business, and how you can use those two levers to optimize to the right thing, to then obviously be able to scale and really make the most of your remarketing, because remarketing is really where it's at, especially coming up to Q4. You're going to have a lot of people paying for ad space. You're going to have a lot of people running sales. So you're going to really make the most money going into Q4 with having a really large remarketing audience to go after. And then we're going to go into scaling, and then some of the VYPER 2.0 tactics or success stories. All right, so marketing in a nutshell. So the main three things that you need to focus on when you are doing any type of marketing, whether it's paid or not, you have a few things that you can control. So you can't control people's minds, but what you can control is the ad copy that they see, the ad creative they see. You can control the targeting. Where is your traffic sources coming from? You can also control your page experience. So these three things are really important to continually be optimizing. And so I want to show you how VYPER is helping in these three areas. So the main thing is the ad copy is really important, because the ad copy is changing. The ad copy and creative is changing from direct response in a lot of cases. So direct response used to work really, really well on Facebook, Instagram, social in general. Now we're seeing the direct response lose effectiveness. So you really need to be providing more value to people so that they're engaging with your brand. And what our goal now is to create advocates, to create raging fans that refer people, that share your stuff, that engage with your stuff, because that person who goes and shares all your content is so much more important than now just having someone who's going to click on your ad. You want to really provide value and engage people. So some of these VYPER campaigns that we now have, which is, giveaways, contests, reward programs, loyalty programs, ambassador programs, all these sorts of programs now are helping you engage with your traffic, turn them into fans, turn them into customers, and then get them referring their friends, family, coworkers, get them engaging and sharing all your content. So it's really important for improving the ad copy and creative. Campaigns like giveaways, where you provide value instead of just a sales pitch, are getting 5 to 10% click-through rates on ads, whereas the generic ad is you're getting really between 1 and 2%. So that's one thing that you really want to focus on. How do I get, this is going to go into the top of the funnel, but how do I get more people seeing my brand? How do I offer more value to them and get them to first see my brand, introduce them, and then they'll move into your remarketing funnel, which is where you do all your selling. So you really need to warm up those leads. I'm going to show you kind of the process of that too. Targeting and traffic. So the targeting and traffic section on ad networks is usually like, okay, I want to target people interested in dogs. I'm selling a dog product. Now, what you want to do is you want to organically encourage people to share your content, because what's going to happen is when you attract people who are your target customer, so setting a really good prize for your giveaway, for example, People hang out with people who are similar to themselves. So it's much better for someone who has a friend to introduce your brand to them rather than that friend see one of your ads. People are 8 times more likely to trust a friend's recommendation than a brand ad or even a marketer's ad. Doesn't even have to be from the brand. Just people trust friends, family, and coworkers much more than they trust brands and marketers. So you want to really focus on the referral and that first touch point being shared via a friend, coworker, or family member. The page experience, you really need to make sure that your pages are loading super fast now. So making sure that you're using things like the VYPER landing page and stuff is going to help you with that. And it's going to really make it a lot easier for you to capitalize on any paid traffic you're running or even organic traffic. People have very, very short attention spans now. So I'm just going to give you a general rundown of what top and the bottom of the funnel means. So it's really important that you focus on 2 segments. So you can obviously have a lot more segments here, but just to keep this basic, I'm going to say top of the funnel and bottom of the funnel. Now, the goal of the top of the funnel is to get as much exposure and as much cheap traffic as possible, because this is going to widen that funnel. You can see up the top there, the top of the triangle or the top of the funnel is much wider. So this has lower intent to convert, but you really need to have that first touch point being extremely cheap. So the ways you do that is you run like giveaways and contests, you run referral program, you have viral videos, you run quizzes, stuff that isn't necessarily a direct sales pitch, but it's engaging content, engaging posts or campaigns that are going to get people interested. And then once they're in that top of the funnel, that's when your remarketing is going to kick in. Remarketing is bottom of the funnel. So it's really important that once someone visits your site, joins your email list, engages with a social post, you are continually remarketing to those people, because the internet is a very, very busy space now. So you need to make sure that you're capitalizing on that one person who engaged with that first campaign and make sure that you are remarketing those people, because remarketing is where you get those 10, 15, 20x ROI campaigns compared to top of the funnel. Top of the funnel, you're really just looking for that first interactive touch point, and running things like giveaways and contests, quizzes, all that sort of stuff isn't a sales pitch. So it's a lot cheaper to get people to engage with that. This is kind of a breakout of the difference between hot and cold traffic. Hot traffic is the bottom of the funnel. Cold traffic is the top of the funnel. And you can see how the messaging changes. So at the top of the funnel, you have people who are unaware of the problems, and you're really just trying to engage with them. You're trying to connect with them. You're trying to get some sort of touch point. And then as they move down the funnel, you change your messaging and you change the type of ads you run to be more focused on buying. So you can see at the very bottom here, the most aware, which would be the very bottom tip of the funnel. That's where you're showing them pricing, your product, your features, all that sort of stuff. You're really trying to hard sell them at this point. Whereas if you started out selling them on your product, price, and all that sort of stuff, the chances of them converting on that spot are probably very, very small. And Facebook and all of these platforms are now favoring metrics of engagement. So Facebook is now favoring when you have high click-through rates, and they're rewarding you with low CPMs, cost per 1,000 impressions. So you're really looking to engage people, show them that first touch point, and then remarket people. That's the process that marketers are now using to scale up companies, because it's very expensive going direct response and paying click for click at $2 to $3 when you can be running campaigns like giveaways and stuff, and you can be getting 5-10 cent clicks. So we're just going to quickly whiz through this because this was kind of similar to what I went over, but in a little bit more detail. I can send you the slides for this afterwards as well if you'd like. But here we have the top and the bottom of the funnel. We're going to focus on the bottom of the funnel. I'm going to show you the types of campaigns you're going to have in the bottom of the funnel. So I always suggest setting up bottom of the funnel first. So making sure that you set up all your remarketing and have all of your remarketing in place before you start building your top of the funnel. So before you start funneling traffic to your website or your giveaway or campaigns, make sure you have a solid remarketing set out. So that's remarketing people who engage with your website, remarketing people who engage with your social channels, remarketing people who engage with your email list, messenger list, bot list, whatever it may be. Just make sure you have follow-up sequences once someone engages. So here's a few examples of if you were to set up campaigns in Facebook, for example. So you would want to have an ad set for people who visit your website. You want to have an ad set for people who get to the cart page but don't purchase. You want to have an ad set for people who purchase something because you want to sell them something again, or you want to get them to refer their friends. So it's really important that you maximize the lifetime value of people who already purchased from you. It is a lot easier to sell to someone who's already bought from you, or convince someone to share your brand with someone, or leave a testimonial, or create some user-generated content for you if they've already purchased from you. And the last one, which Facebook does really well, is the dynamic product ads. So the engagement campaigns that we see a lot of people using on social, so it's like engaging people who, or creating ads and sending them to people who engage with your Facebook content within the last 45 days. So this is really important because if you have a lot of people engaging with your post around your giveaway, you want to make sure that you get back in front of that person at another date or another time, because a lot of people are on social throughout the entire day, but not all of those times a day are appropriate for engaging or like clicking through to the next stage. So the process is, you know, you have an ad or you have a post, they engage with that post, you're asking them to do something like maybe sign up to a giveaway to win something, sign up to a referral program, and then they're going to enter that, and then they're going to have to refer their friends, they're going to have to do a bunch of other stuff, but maybe they don't have the time for that. Maybe they're standing in Starbucks just waiting in line and they get called up or something like that. So you really want to make sure that you re-engage people who actually show interest in any of your social posts. Another big aspect of this is the Facebook Messenger. So Facebook Messenger bots are another way to keep in touch with people for a much cheaper acquisition cost than it is to run direct paid traffic constantly. So your idea is hook someone in with that giveaway. So give them something of value. And then once they're in that giveaway, make them join your email list, your Facebook Messenger list. They're now in your email remarketing audiences. Your Facebook ad remarketing audiences. The idea is to really get that cheap first touch and then remarket people. Same with emails. The same thing happens with emails is people who engage or join your email list, you want to make sure that you're remarketing to them. Because one thing is, I highly suggest using Klaviyo for this, is syncing up your email list and making segments based on how people are engaging with your email list. So if people are receiving emails but not opening, that means that it might be going to spam, they might not be getting it. For some reason, they're not seeing it. Maybe they've got 5,000 emails in their inbox, but we know that person is shown interest and we really want to get back in front of those people. So make sure you remarket people based on how they engage on your email list as well, because you don't want to miss anybody who's potentially shown interest, they've signed up, but then, you know, their emails are going to spam, or there's 1,500 million other companies that are also trying to get their attention and make them buy stuff. So looking at the performance of remarketing. So you can see here that this is an example that we ran with a user, and the ROI on remarketing is way higher than it's going to be on prospecting. The challenge that brands have is making their remarketing large enough to continue to scale. And so that's where you want to come in with those giveaway campaigns, quizzes, viral videos, referral campaigns, all of those sort of things, which are going to drive that top of the funnel growth to make your bottom of the funnel bigger. So let's quickly go over top of the funnel. As I was saying, you know, that's things like contest giveaways, viral videos, lead magnets, you know, anything that's going to provide value and get people to engage and get that first touch point. You can see here that top of the funnel has a low direct ROI because we're not optimizing for ROAS in this. ROAS is return on ad spend. We're really optimizing for the clicks. So you can see here, a cost per click is 22 cents here. The click-through rate is almost 4%, and our CPM is only $8 compared to, you can see some of the remarketing coming in close to 30. And then, you know, you can see that we can get in front of a lot more people for a lot cheaper. And this campaign here is feeding all of these other campaigns. So you really want to make sure that you are optimizing your not only your account, but your business to segment that top of the funnel and bottom of the funnel. because you can't scale a company just with the bottom of the funnel, and you can't scale a company just with the top of the funnel. You need to be well aware of both of those segments and optimize the right campaigns to the right segment. Now, a few ways that you can do a lot more tracking and see if people are converting later on is using things like the Facebook analytics tool. I highly suggest that you check that out. It's really useful for doing tracking based off domain names. So for example, if you create a giveaway with VYPER, you can chuck that into a referral domain, and you can see people who have come to the giveaway and then ended up purchasing. So I'm pretty sure this was from the same campaign. So Facebook reported 1 purchase, but in actual fact, there were 19. So the thing is, we need to also take into account attribution. It's a little bit in depth right now. I kind of want to keep this moving, but attribution essentially tells platforms, how should I attribute this conversion? Should it be first touch? Should it be last touch? Should it be evenly split between every touch point? How am I going to attribute this conversion? Another great way to look at Facebook attribution, is using the Facebook attribution tool. So you can see here, this giveaway didn't show any ROI in the actual ads manager, but then you look at the attribution when you look at positional 40. Positional 40 meaning 40% of the conversion is attributed to the first touch, 40% of the conversion is attributed to the last touch. Everything in between is equally weighted. And you can see that here, when we change the position, we change the attribution model to positional, you can see that these people are actually converting at a later date. Also remember that there's a delay in conversion. So you've got on Facebook and Google, it's usually around 28 or 30-day click and then 1-day view. So anything outside of that, they're not going to attribute the conversion to. But we know that for higher priced items and all that sort of stuff, there is a longer waiting period maybe. So if you run a giveaway, collect 50,000 emails, not 50,000 of those people are going to buy that month. Your product might only be seasonal, or they might not need that product yet, but you want to be there when they do need your product. So you're constantly nurturing those people. This is more information about the attribution model, but I think we want to keep going through this so I can show you some examples and case studies. So as VYPER 2.0 rolled out, we rolled out a lot of different types of campaigns that you can be running. So this is really going to be on the situation of your business. So if you're looking to grow your email list and you're looking to grow your social following and all that sort of stuff, and you want something basic, you want to do the viral contest or giveaways. If you're looking for more of a referral program, you want to do the reward and referral program. So this is going to help you get more word of mouth, referral traffic, that sort of thing, which is really important. Loyalty program is more to maximize the your current existing user base. So say you have all of your current purchases go into your loyalty program, and they can upload images and videos of them using your product to unlock discounts, free products, all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of different campaigns in here that you can now use. I highly suggest that you try some out and read the little descriptions when you're in your VYPER account. That will give you a better idea of when you should be using these campaigns. Another cool thing is all of the waiting lists, product launches, and all that sort of stuff. Now, a few things I see people missing in VYPER, and so we probably need to do a better job at showing this, is using the different types of displays. So you can use the VYPER landing page, which is really good because you don't have to do anything. It's already built there. It's already set up. It's super easy to design. People who want more customization can use the embed form. So say you build your own landing page, you can build a embed form there. Or one of my favorites is actually using a widget. So the widget can be added to any website so that you can capitalize on all of your website traffic. So someone might visit your website, but as we know, 95+% of those people don't purchase the first time they visit your website. So if you get them to opt in with this widget for, maybe it might be a discount, it might be a free PDF download, it might just be for the chance to win a monthly prize or a weekly prize. As soon as you get that touch point with that widget, you get their email list, you get them referring their friends, you get this to getting someone into that campaign from that website widget. We also have updated the designer, so you're now going to be able to create much more on-brand and flexible campaigns, which is going to be really handy for a lot of you guys who are wanting to change the thank you page. So you can now edit the entire thank you page. You can change the styling, themes, all that sort of stuff. Also, the rewards are very flexible now. You have all types of rewards. So you have, placements, which is first, second, third, random winners, milestones. You also have tiers. So using VIP tiers and that sort of thing in loyalty programs and ambassador programs is really good. So once someone collects a certain amount of points, they then get to VIP status and get maybe discounts or special privileges. You can see the airline industry using this a lot if you've ever looked into airline miles and all that sort of thing. Now, a few things when it comes to the landing page builder. So when you're creating your campaigns, you really want to do a few things. So you want to make sure that you are putting your prize up front. Show the value straight away. So in the title or the subtitle, say what you're giving away and why it's important to that potential customer. And then you want to make sure that you have lots of visual imagery of what you're giving away. You have a list just identifying what you're giving away and the value of it. If you can, you want to show authority. So anywhere you've been featured, any places that you've had reviews, testimonials, all of that stuff builds credibility so that people are more inclined to enter to win that product. So this is all a visual builder now, so it's really easy to customize and edit. The other thing is I highly suggest that you use those extra sign-up fields. So the extra sign-up fields, you can collect more information. So in this example here, we're asking people what their current skincare brand is. So that will also give you an idea of what other products or what competitors your entrants are using. So this is another really useful use of that extra field. Other thing people use that extra field for is things like, phone number, age, location, any extra information that they want. And again, if you're running multiple campaigns, these are super easy to duplicate and then just edit out. Now on the thank you page, some really cool campaigns that we've seen recently is people adding thank you videos to the thank you page. That's really helped with the engagement. And if the thank you video is from the founder, it's really personal. And so I would highly suggest that you use that thank you message either with text or video. It's a great first experience when they sign up. The other thing is, which is what everybody usually comes to VYPER for, is those bonus actions. So those bonus actions allow you to incentivize pretty much anything. So some of the great bonus actions we've been seeing, people tagging friends. So get 10 points to tag all your friends in this Instagram post, share this Facebook post, comment on this Facebook post. You're really looking for that engagement. And the great thing about getting people to do all of these things for points is that all of these actions are usually organic, and it usually takes a lot of convincing to get someone to introduce a new brand or back a new brand and tell their friends about it. This way you can kind of like accelerate that process and incentivize people to tell other friends, family, and coworkers about your brand. Now, this is really important because coming back to that stat that I was saying before, people are 8 times more likely to trust a friend, family, or coworker over a brand or marketer. So that direct response marketing is just losing effectiveness. You really want to look at referral marketing. You really want to look at introducing brands through connections, and that community marketing and conversational marketing is now becoming a much bigger aspect of brand building. Now the reward types I went over, you can do a bunch of stuff with the tiers, the milestones. The milestones are great because you kind of take the competition out from everybody else, and it then becomes a competition against themselves, which you're going to see a lot more people engaging with because they want to easily get those points and easily unlock things. The other thing is also setting your point limits a little bit lower. So when people see prizes for 1,000 points, that can put them off. So you might want to start decreasing the amount of points that you offer for stuff to make it look more achievable. That's one little tip that we had from a recent user, actually. They changed from making like 100 points per referral down to like 10 points per referral. So they essentially took a 0 off everything and found the engagement was a lot better. So now let's get to the successful campaigns. I'm just going to go through some of these questions quickly because this is live Q&A. So Stoyan, I'm actually going to run viral sweepstakes for clients, so I'm looking to learn promotional strategies. Nice. Well, hopefully this is helping. Jay, will this presentation plus your recording be available to view in the future? Super informational. Yes, I will send you a recording of this. Gainor Green, I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Cool stuff. Jay, what's the key difference between plans? So when you're looking at the VYPER plans, you can go on the free plan to test it out and you can see all the features there. The main difference between Pro and Enterprise is branding. So it's built with VYPER at the bottom of those on the Pro plan, and there's no branding, and you can use subdomains and all that sort of stuff on the Enterprise. And then if you're an agency and you want sub accounts, that's when you go to the agency plan. That's the basic breakdown of those, but you can check out the pricing page too. Jerome, what's your Facebook strategy for viral contests? So as I was going over earlier in this presentation, the strategy with Facebook is really segmenting your account into top and bottom of funnel. So you're optimizing that top of the funnel to the first touch point. So that first touch point is usually a conversion of a sign up to your campaign, whether that campaign be a giveaway, a referral program, or it might be if it's a viral video, your conversion event might be view content. So you want people to watch that video and then go to your website, or you might make that conversion metric for the viral video. You might make that a video view of 45 seconds or whatever. So you're really choosing a much lower conversion option that's further down the funnel, or further down, it's higher up the funnel, like not close to conversion, it's more achievable, and you're providing more value because people aren't necessarily 20% off. They'll probably do a price comparison against your competitors. They'll probably look at all the other options they have at solving this problem. So you really want to engage with them and convince them over time via remarketing to then go and purchase your product. Because the thing is, the remarketing is where you get all of that ROI. It's really hard to scale accounts if you're doing direct response constantly. If you move to a top of the funnel and bottom of the funnel strategy, you can scale a lot faster, and you can scale a lot larger because you have a much bigger remarketing funnel, a much bigger remarketing audience to monetize. And the other thing is you're showing your brand and getting it in front of people, that first touch point, a lot cheaper when you go with that top of the funnel strategy. This is going to be really important in Q4 because it's going to get really expensive on paid advertising channels like Facebook. So you want to make sure that you have a really large size remarketing audience via, website visitors, email, Facebook Messenger, all those different remarketing types. You want to make sure that you're hitting those channels up during November, December, when everybody's competing to pay for ads. You want to be one step ahead of them, and you want to be actually giving them that value via remarketing, not necessarily the first touch point. Okay, let's quickly go through these and I'll get through to the successful campaigns. If we plan to use influencers to promote our viral campaign, how much in advance should we reach out to them, considering we don't have a relationship? Influencers are a really good way to promote giveaways and stuff because it's a value add and it's not a direct sale. So influencers don't necessarily want to push sales on all their fans too much. What they do want to do is go for a lower touch point, like a sign up to a giveaway or something. So I highly suggest that you reach out at least like 2 or 3 weeks prior, organize to get them to post about the giveaway. And now the secret tip here is if you can get access to their Facebook page, take that post that they publish about your campaign and then boost it. So bring it into your ad account and put money and targeting behind that post so that you are amplifying the effects of using that influencer. So that's a really good strategy. Make sure that you choose influencers that are aligned with your target customer and aligned with your giveaway though. You want to make sure that you're attracting the right people. So coming back to that, attracting the right people does mean choosing a really good prize that's going to attract your target customers, not necessarily every mum and their dog. So you want to make sure that you are creating campaigns that are tailored to your target market. All right, so let's jump through some of these. Oh, I need to come back down here. Let's jump through some of these successful campaigns. So this campaign is an example of building a Facebook group. Again, this is another type of remarketing, building up a Facebook group, building that community. So what Scott did, Scott's Cheap Flights, they created a giveaway where they were giving a trip to Ireland. So super specific to his target market, because what he does is he sells flight deals. And so he knows if someone's willing to win a trip to Ireland, they probably like to travel. So he got this campaign set up, and they were collecting hundreds of thousands of emails through these campaigns, and obviously pushing people into their Facebook group and their ManyChat list. And so that would allow him to distribute his flight sales constantly to these people at no extra cost. Obviously, you have to pay for your email service provider, but obviously much cheaper cost than it would be to pay for ads and that sort of thing. So, and another thing to point is he was running multiple ones of these. So every time he ran one of these, he would do better and better and better. As the seed audience grew, he got better and better results, because, you know, one person would refer 10, those 10 would refer another 10, and you can get the picture. This is kind of like a one-off campaign. So a lot of people are running these with e-commerce stores. So this is an example of a fitness company. And so what they did was they were giving away a home gym. Again, take note of the prize is relevant to the person he's trying to attract. So this company sells supplements, health supplements. And so he's trying to attract people who use supplements, people who go to the gym, people who use weights and lift weights. So he's giving away a home gym. Now, one thing that worked really well with this campaign is that he created a video for the giveaway. So he showed himself and the products in this video. They used the video in their ads. They used the video on their landing pages. They used the video in their emails that they sent out. So it's a really valuable asset to have when you're running a giveaway or a campaign like this, especially if it's from the founder. The other thing is, it's not too hard to do. You could literally just film this on your iPhone or phone. I have a Samsung. They are still good. So you can just film this on your phone, and then edit it really easily with any sort of add overlays and captions and stuff like that. But the main thing is they used the VYPER landing page, so it was super quick when they ran ads. It loaded quickly. It worked really well. They had a really good conversion rate because the landing pages were optimized to getting people to sign up to the giveaway. They did over 15,000 emails in 5 days when they launched this, and their main actions were referring their friends, so tagging their friends in weightlifting Instagram posts, weightlifting videos on YouTube, and all that sort of stuff. So these guys did really well with this campaign, and went on to collect, I don't know, close to 50,000 emails from by the end of the campaign, because they ran this for about a month. All right, let's quickly go through some of the Q&A. All right, Leonard. I've been on for a while, but was not able to find good training videos. Do you have any? If yes, please provide URLs. So are you talking about training videos for running giveaways? Because you're in the training right now. Can you get to actual VYPER functions and methods? So a lot of this stuff works with VYPER. So I can jump into a campaign in a second and show you how to build it and that sort of thing. But a lot of these things are examples of how campaigns built with VYPER have benefited these companies and what their kind of differentiating factor was. But the main common factors with really good campaigns is, one, you have a really good prize. Two, you have a decent seed audience. So seed audience meaning you add the widget to your website, you email your list, you post it on social, you get any friends or people in your network to share it, and you use kind of like influencers and stuff. You really want to make sure that you get that seed audience to get that initial push. Once that initial push is over, that referral stuff will start kicking in. And the other thing is, you really want to make sure that you're encouraging people to constantly share and introduce your brand or give away to new people. So that is things like share this Facebook post, the Facebook post being about the giveaway. It's really important. Tag people in this post, making the post about the giveaway. You can see how all of these ways are increasing people's chance of finding out about your brand and your giveaway through a friend, not necessarily through a brand ad. Hopefully that helps, but also join the Facebook group. We talk about a lot of marketing stuff for giveaways. We do reviews on people's giveaways and all that sort of stuff. Jan, I am in the retirement industry. I'm looking for something I can give for what type of campaign I'll be using. So in the retirement industry, it really depends on what your product is. I'm not sure if it's like a retirement home or if it's products for retirees, but really align your price with your target market and tailor Facebook, retweet, all that sort of stuff, tailor that to your target as well. So the older demographic is on Facebook. So I would make all of your bonus actions revolving around Facebook. Troy, I'm about 90% finished with setting up my first VYPER campaign. I have a few specific questions before I go live. Is there some support I can contact before going live? Troy, you can definitely join the Facebook group. So /VYPER growth hacking, or just search VYPER growth hacking on Facebook and you'll find the group. Ask anything in there, or in the bottom right corner of your account, you can click on the help and there is a support ticketing system there if you have some questions you want to put in there. Leonard, looking for training videos on setup, promos, and giveaways. Yep. So Leonard, make sure you join the Facebook group. There's units in there on the Facebook group. Also, rewatch this, and if you really want training on setting up a campaign, like what buttons to click and that sort of thing, I can put something in that Facebook group too. I'm showing you exactly how to actually add images to giveaways and all that sort of thing. All right, so that's Q&A. Let's get back to these campaigns. So another thing is to focus on building your community. Building your audience and community is really important because you can continually resell and increase the lifetime value of everybody in your community. So this was an example from Founder Magazine. They do an entrepreneur magazine, and their goal of their giveaway was to increase the engagement of their community. So they had things like uploading videos or watching their courses, watching or sharing their courses, sharing their blog posts, reading their blog posts, commenting on their blog posts. So they use their giveaway to engage people a lot more. So this can work really well with loyalty programs, because once you've captured them as a potential person in your community, you want to make sure they continue to engage and you start becoming like a focal point for them. So when they go on social, they're looking for your posts. When you release a new blog post, they're looking for your blog posts. When you release a new product, they're looking for your new products. When you have a sale going on, they're focusing on your sales, not your competitors. Building that community and loyalty is really important. So these guys did, I think they ran their campaign for about 14 days, 2 weeks. They did about 13,000 B2B emails. So B2B is a lot harder than B2C. They got 500 comments on one of their most popular posts because they were incentivizing the comment on this blog post. And they got 232 shares on that blog post as well. So this comes in back to that fact about introducing your brand through referrals. So that's a soft introduction. So all of these people who entered shared that post with all of their friends, family, and coworkers, and that then introduced those people to your brand. And so you can see how you can use these bonus actions to get other people to promote your brand and make it look a lot more organic and genuine. And it's also a lot cheaper than, for example, running an ad to every single one of these people. So out of 232 people, they all maybe shared it to their Facebook or whatever they shared it to, and it went to all of their Facebook friends, which would have been much more expensive to put an ad in front of all those people. Let's keep going. Now, this is a great example of how you can use a milestone giveaway with free products. So this company, Ivy and Fig, they are a vegan handbag company. And what they were doing was they were incentivizing people to continually complete their bonus actions and refer friends. And once they referred enough people, they would unlock either store credit, they would unlock buy one, get one free offers, or they would unlock actual free products. So this worked really well because it was a huge incentive to get people to go in and complete all their bonus actions and refer friends. On top of that, they not only build their email list, they were also building their Facebook Messenger bot list and their SMS list. So they were getting people to opt in and provide their phone number so that they could then text them about upcoming deals, upcoming product releases, upcoming discounts, all those sorts of things. Because again, leading back to this, once you have that first touch point, you really want to focus on that remarketing, getting in front of them multiple times, because it takes usually 4 to 10 touch points before someone's considering to buy from you. And it can take even longer if you have more expensive products. So you want to make sure that you are doing remarketing to all these people that you engage, and you can engage with them on multiple platforms, because some people might spend hours a day on Instagram. Some people might only go in there once a week, but they check their Facebook every day, or they check their mobile phone and their SMSs every single day. So you really want to make sure that you're connecting with people on multiple channels with remarketing, so that you can actually communicate with those people and engage and convert them on the channel of their choice. So the other thing here was, not only do you don't have to give away physical products, you can also give away prizes around experiences or events. So this was an example with Universal Music. They had a gig coming up for Shawn Mendes, and what they gave out was the experience of going to his gig, getting VIP tickets, doing a meet and greet, and making a really immersive experience for one of their fans. And so this drove the referral process crazy. So they were really focusing on getting people excited about this upcoming event. It really encouraged people to refer their friends and complete the bonus actions to build points, because they were going to give it to the one lucky winner who, whether this had the most points or they're chosen at random, and the more points you have, the higher chance of winning. Both of those options will work in this case, or this scenario. And they were also building this person's Spotify engagement. So they were getting people to, follow their playlists, engage with all that stuff. So that's not going to be relevant to everybody, but if you are doing events, you can create a lot of hype around your events by creating a reward that is an actual experience. Another way this is working really well is people who are running conferences, digital summits, all that sort of stuff. Pop-up stores, that sort of thing, because you want to make sure that you're bringing the awareness to whatever your event or pop-up is prior to the actual event happening. You want people sharing, talking about it, and creating that buzz. So Instagram giveaway with using partners. So it's really important to think about what position you are in as a brand. So if you are starting out and you don't have many followers, you don't have a very big email list, you don't have a current audience or community that you can start promoting your giveaway to, I highly suggest partnering up with other brands that already do have this established. So this is an example of YK Water. They are a water bottle company, sorry, an alkaline water company. And so they partnered up with 8 other brands. And with those 8 other brands, they created a campaign where they would all get likes on Instagram in exchange for the bonus actions. So all the partners gave product to make the prize pack really big. And the condition was that those partners would email their list and post to their social channels. And then the agreement was that YK would manage and facilitate the giveaway. So they were doing all the hard work, because they were finding the partners, they were building the contest in VYPER, they were managing the contest and that sort of thing. And so all the partners had to do was give some product and send out an email, and that was it. And they would get all of these they would get all of these Facebook, Instagram followers. So this campaign did 63,000 emails and 123,000 Instagram followers. Now those Instagram followers were spread out across the 8 partners. So that's a great way to use partners and other brands if you don't have a huge audience that you can leverage straight away. So I highly suggest looking at a blog post that we have about how this company did this campaign. It's a really in-depth case study on them. This is a product or store launch using a widget. So this brand, Crust Swimwear, was releasing a new, I think it was bikini. And so they added the widget to their website because they knew that they were going to have a huge influx of visitors, and they wanted to somehow re-engage those people because they were getting a shout out from Selena Gomez in some sort of magazine or website or something. And so the way that they captured all of that traffic was they added a widget to their website, got them to opt in to win. They were giving away a weekly $100 to the store. So now that all that traffic came to the website, they captured that and can now remarket to them via email, Facebook ads, Instagram, organic, all sorts of stuff. You can see here that these were some of the bonus actions that they used. And so these guys did 12,000 emails in 48 hours and really capitalized on that traffic that they were getting. Let's go through a few more questions here. Chris, I'm looking to improve. Oh wait, there's a few more up here. Facebook strategy, planning on using influencers. Chris, I'm looking to improve my feedback score on Facebook page. Is this still working? So I think Facebook has caught on to the hack that people are incentivizing people to go and rate the ad experience. So you still can use it. I'm just not 100% sure how much weighting and value Facebook is putting on those reviews. So you could definitely make bonus actions for people to go and leave a review on your Facebook page, leave a rating on their experience with your brand. When you go to, I think it's /ads/activity, you can go and rate if you were satisfied with the product or the ad. You can also use this for product reviews. So in that loyalty program, for example, getting people incentivized people to leave reviews, upload photos of them. Those bonus actions can really be used to create that feedback loop. So get them to review everything, get them to engage with everything. So it does still work with Facebook. So it's definitely worth adding those as bonus actions. Stoyan, one of my clients wants to run a weekly giveaway with simple prizes all the time and combine that with one big monthly giveaway at the same time. Is that a good or bad idea? You can definitely add multiple reward types. You just need to make it clear so that you don't make it too confusing so it's not too confusing for people who are entering. So that example, this one here, it was very basic. Every week we give away $100 to someone, no confusion. But if you were to make this, every week we're giving away $100 and then every month we're giving away $1,000, it becomes a little bit more confusing for the customer. What you could do is saying like, hey, in December, we're drawing a winner for the holiday period. The person with the most points in December will win or something like that. So I would say keep it to weekly. And then when you want to boost in results or signups or referrals or bonus actions, you announce that you're going to draw a weekly winner. And you can announce that by editing your thank you page, editing your giveaway page, or even just sending out an email to everybody who's currently participating. There's a lot of ways you can get that out there. This is also another one that does a monthly giveaway. So you can see some of the benefits for this product are highlighted here. So that makes it really simple as to why they might want to win that product, what it's going to do. There's a little bit about the brand. They're clear about they're drawing a winner every single month who wins their product, and they're showing social validation down here. So that's a great example of a good landing page. Let me head back over to Q&A quickly. Let's go through here. I know we're running a little bit short on time, so I'm just going to whiz through these and I'll do the rest of the QA. Partnership. So you don't have to choose 8 partners, for example, in your giveaway. You can choose to have just one. So this is an example with Bright Sellers and Page Habit. They both partnered up. Please pick complementary brands. So this was wine and reading. Those two go very well together. Do not do like, a driving product and wine. Choose something that you are compatible with. Also, obviously, you don't necessarily want to choose your competitors. Using the pop-ups again, this is a great pop-up replacement. So this is a brand that does a monthly box. And what they were doing is they draw a free box every month if they sign up. And so they were giving a discount on sign up, and then once a month, you can see it's $5 off to sign up to the giveaway. And then once a month, they get sent out a free box to someone. So they were using that instead of that pop-up and working a lot better, because a pop-up, you just get that email. Whereas once you get someone to enter this giveaway, you get all of those bonus actions, you get all the referrals, you get a whole lot more than just the email when you opt someone into something like this, as opposed to a email sign up. It's also a lot more engaging and interactive and different. You want to be different and stand out. This one's pretty basic, straightforward. It's just growing their followers. They would just do monthly giveaways, giving away products, like super general products, because Get It Free is a relatively general couponing site. So they were just really looking to grow their social following. So they focused on only these 4 actions. So think about what actions you want. You can also cycle out your actions, your bonus actions. So you might want to focus on Facebook one week, then Instagram the next week, then LinkedIn the week after. Or you might just want to focus on following for one week and then focus on engagement the next week. You can really archive the ones you don't want and restore them if you need. This one's a little bit more advanced for blogging. I haven't found anybody who's adding giveaways to your blog posts to encourage sharing of that blog post. So let's go through some of this Q&A because we have 8 more minutes. So we have Troy, 80% finished. We did that one. Leonard, looking for training videos on setup, promos, and giveaways. We went over that. That would be exactly what I'm looking for. Great. Back over to the chat. We have, all right, clean looking pop-up for e-commerce will certainly get engagement from Guynor. Jacqueline, will we have access to this presentation after the call? Yes, I'll send it out to you guys. Examples for consultants. Do the idea guy. So for consultants, again, it comes down to your prize. So what are you offering people? So with consultants, you might have a leaderboard or a waiting list or something like that. And the person at the top of the leaderboard, for example, gets, free consultation, or they get exclusive access, or they get all of your content, or they get a look into maybe some of your sales calls you have with other people, or they get exclusive training, stuff like that. So you really want to make sure that you're offering something and making it a little bit more competitive to only make it exclusive. So maybe only VIPs get access to this stuff. Anybody who isn't a VIP won't get that. So you really need to get a little bit more creative when you're doing some sort of service with like consulting, and really think about the prize and how you're going to structure that. I highly suggest using a leaderboard or using tiers. That way you can really make it competitive, and you can increase that demand for your services for one. And two, you can also make it a really high perceived value. It doesn't have to be a high monetary value. It just has to be a high perceived value to your target market. Chris, I'm confused on how I would get people to improve our feedback score. Hey, Chris, maybe post this in the Facebook group. Essentially, you are adding it as a bonus action. For 100 points, they go and rate your ad and give you a satisfactory score of high. That's essentially how that would work with using your Facebook as with the bonus actions. The other thing is 100 points to go and review my Facebook page. Those 2 ways, you're going to increase your satisfaction score on Facebook. If you're talking about your satisfaction score after a purchase, that's very hard to do because you need to make sure that only people are having that if they are purchasing from you, and Facebook shows that to random people who purchase. So it's really hard to gamify that or hack that. The other way, you can make for example, an event on your website that isn't necessarily a purchase, but you're just placing the purchase pixel. So Facebook thinks it's a purchase, and then they'll send the people who click on that and hit that confirmation page the satisfactory score review, and then they can review that. Facebook is also cracking down on that. So that hack is also becoming less effective and getting shut down by Facebook. But ideally, you're using bonus actions. A lot of people usually do this for e-commerce and services. They don't necessarily do as much consulting stuff, but I can definitely try and find one for you. We've just updated VYPER 2.0, so we don't have a huge amount of case studies right now on the new service because it only launched about a week ago. Can I share the contest in full screen view in my Facebook page? Can I share the contest? Hey, Jacqueline, I'm not quite sure what that means. Maybe post that an example in the Facebook group. Soyan, if we were running our first giveaway campaign, is it advisable to use a confirmation email or should we turn it off? I would highly suggest using a confirmation email because then you can gauge quality of that lead. Also, once you enable the confirmation email, you can choose to have more security features or not. So yeah, I would highly suggest using the confirmation email. Jacqueline, like the contest view you're showing on the right, but directly on Facebook. So directly on Facebook, you mean a Facebook post? Because people have to go to the sign up page to enter your giveaway or contest and engage. So you just want to make your Facebook post have a link go to your giveaway or campaign or something. You can't really have like an embedded sign up form on Facebook. Gynor, maybe you could create a tab to show in full screen on Facebook page. Not quite following. Okay, that was the question. Yeah, so you can't like embed forms on Facebook. All right. Was there any other questions you guys wanted to go through? There will be, I'll send out these, and you can join the Facebook group that has a lot of people in there that are creating campaigns, sharing their experiences, sharing their knowledge. Make sure you join that. And you can always email me at jack@vyper.io. Happy to answer any of those questions there. There's also a little help option down the bottom right corner if you have any technical issues or something like that. It sounds like there was a few people wanting a bit more training and guidance on how to set up campaigns. Sorry, looked like that shut down for a second. So we will get down there and create some of those videos for you. There's the last few here. No more questions. Thank you for the webinar. Why when I log in, it shows I'm still using beta version. So the VYPER 2.0 it's rolled out, but we are still kind of like testing it with everybody. And so we want to make sure that people know that it's just rolled out. So that's why we're calling it beta. So let us know if you find any issues and we'll fix those straight away. Chris, what is the group? The Facebook group is this here. Oh, sorry. You can either look it up on Facebook, just look for VYPER Growth, or you can click on this link here and that will take you straight to the group. Again, there's some training units in there that are going to help you with, you know, how to set up giveaways, how to market them, all that sort of stuff. There's a ton of information on the blog as well. Lots of case studies and examples and guides on there. So vyper.io/blog. There's a lot of training on there too. So blog, Facebook group, help support down the bottom. All those three will be really good at teaching you how to use viral giveaways, contests, and the other campaigns that we're offering now to grow your brand and business. But I will make sure to send out this recording for you guys. And yeah, we'll see you in VYPER. And let me know if you have any follow-up questions in the Facebook group. See you guys.